Yes. So I saw a few from Cebu. I think I saw, is it Christy, Mommy Christy?
That's Mommy Christy. So I think we still have people joining, girls. So maybe let's give it a minute or two, and then we can get started.
Okay. Right now we have 66. 7.
Okay. Thank you so much, guys, for sharing your time with us and Carl's family, and also especially with Kelly. So tonight we'll be celebrating Carl's life. So I know we'll share our memories with Carl and how wonderful he is. Thank you so much.
$69 participants.
Yes.
Oh, we also have friends from Canada. Tita Alice, hello. My Ninang.
Oh, hi, Nina. Nina Gills.
And Kelly, Susan, and Art are here as well.
Oh,
They
hi,
joined.
Susan and Art. Thank you for joining. Give us a
Hi,
few minutes.
hi, Ma'am San Pedro.
I thank you for joining, Susan and
Oh,
Art.
you are very welcome.
Hi, Ma'am.
Magandang gabi po.
Art. Gandang gabi po.
Carl's cousins from Cebu. Thank you for joining.
Hello po. Maayong gabi or umaga.
Maayong buntag.
Maayong buntag.
Sayop.
And Kelly, your tita Nina
Mayang
joined as
buntag
well.
from Cebu.
Mayang buntag. Hello, Tita Nine. Also si Peachy, Jessie's sister.
May buntag ate from Cebu.
Oh, hi. Hi, Maya. How are you? Thank you for joining. Hey, Brian. Do we have your Ate Sheila on?
Hi, Kel.
Mayong gabi,
everyone.
Hi. Wow.
Oh, hi. Good morning from Dubai.
Joyce. Good morning. Good morning. Tita
So we
Joyce
have,
from Dubai.
hi, Tita Joyce.
Tita.
We have representatives all over the world because Sharon is from Dubai, Brian is from Australia, we have Canada, Cebu, Dumaguete. I know we have Nino from California. I'm so happy.
May the chat box si Kelsey, Janet Perez, Victory from Cebu, Maing Buntag from Victory, Brian Anderson from to everyone. Hi Kelly, si Jean Saklo, Maing Buntag from Cebu, Jopi and Norma, to everyone. We love you, Kelly. And Anna Kenny, Maing Buntag from Cincinnati, pero laging taga Bai City. Also from Mandy Gonzalez, hello from Cagayan de Oro. Wally and Emilio, may buntag sa tanan from Cebu. Misty, good morning. Zilma from Atlanta is also here. Kathy Webster, hello po sa lahat from Ohio. Susan Doctolero, hello everyone from Texas. Si John Tumakin, hello everyone. Wally here from Houston. Hello Kelly from Max. And okay.
Let's get started.
Yes, Bernadette, everyone. Hi from OSU Hospital, Sana Bernadette Siguada.
Bernadette Siguada.
Okay, so babasahin ko later on yung mga messages. Ito pa, si Enriqueta Raffle, hi Kelly and Maring Josie. Rosemary Gonzalez, hi Kelly.
So I think we're getting some feedback. If you guys don't mind, if you're not speaking, please put yourself on mute.
Okay, go ahead.
So Rex, do you want to introduce our first segment, the opening prayer?
So first, we would like to welcome you all. And before anything else, before we proceed, we would like to have some house rules, which will be shared by Christina Garinger. Christina, go ahead.
So please, again, thank you. Thank you everyone for joining us today to celebrate life of Carl Tumakin. So again, we have 2-hour program. To ensure that we have a smooth program, please mute your phone, laptop if you're not talking. And please, we welcome everyone to share their memories of Carl. We have moments for that today, but we have quite a bit of friends, family and friends who will be sharing their music with us too. So go ahead, Rex.
So guys, before we start, it is but proper that we start this gathering with an opening prayer and song by no other than Carl's sister, Sheila Tumakin.
Sheila, are you here? Oh, there she is. She's coming in.
Hello, everyone. Lord, we thank you for your goodness and grace as we are gathered today to commemorate on your dear son, Kuya Carl. We thank you, Lord, for this opportunity to fellowship and encourage one another to be of service to you, to glorify you, to worship you all the days of our lives. I'd like to share a song that my kuya, my big brother, composed when I was in grade 4. This reminds us that Jesus is our Father and that He loves us unconditionally. The title of the song is A Father to Me. He says to ask, and it shall be given to you. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door will be open. But there are times when our prayers won't be answered by God. Right there and then, because He wants to know what's in our hearts. He tells us to seek so we can find Him. And if He won't respond, then He's left us one thing more to do, and that's to knock, because He wants to give His blessings personally, so we will know that He truly cares, and His love for us will never change, no matter what we do or don't do. Sometimes He doesn't need us to work for Him, because all He wants to be is a father to me. It's more than I could ever ask for. He is a father to me. He knows everything and yet still loves me. He is a father to me. It's more than what it shows, and only God and me will know, 'cause He's been a father to me. So He composed that when I was in grade 4, and He wanted me to memorize it, and every weekend He will ask me to sing it with Him as He plays the piano, and until now it's in my heart.
Thank you, Sheila. That's very beautiful.
Thank you so much, Sheila.
Thank you.
Before we proceed to the message from Kelly, I'd like to read a few messages here from the chat box. From Enriqueta, hi Kelly, Mary Josie. We also have Rosemary. Hi Kelly, Ate Gigi here. Good morning from Dubai. So guys, later on also intermittently read the chat box. But before that, we'd like to hear from our very own, our Tita Kelly.
Thank you. Just wanted to share something about my relationship with Carl. So Carl and I celebrated our 20 years of marriage earlier this year. We were very much in love, and I would melt whenever I see him smile at me or whenever he'd sing a song for me. And there's always this loving smile glued on his face. He was very patient with me, my close friends. I know they will agree that Carl was the angel in our relationship. He'd pick me up to and from work every day. He would take me on scenic drives every weekend. He'd prepare coffee for me and water every morning. And here's his line. He would always say, "Kay, please make sure you drink plenty of water today. Take breaks and don't forget to breathe and pray." He was always just the sweetest and most loving person I know. He was very passionate about music. When you watch his videos, you will see his face glow when he sings. It was his way of praising and saying thank you to God. He had big dreams when it comes to music. I remember asking him one time about his all-star band. So he said, "Well, I would like to play with David Foster." And Steve Lukather on guitar. So for the musicians there, I'm sure they know David Foster, Steve Lukather, and Jeff Porcaro on drums. So I said, I asked him, "So who's your all-star singer?" And he said, "Of course it's me. I'm the star singer because it's my dream." So anyway, he also strived to be better every day. He would read books and note down his favorite words. Sabi niya, always try to find a single word every day and use it. This way you improve your communication. He was a very good dad to Tipsy and Winkle. Every single day he'd take Tipsy out for a walk. Tipsy's our golden doodle. Um, He'd take videos of him running in the field and drinking water from the stream. And every single day, he would send me that video because those videos always make me smile. I can go on and on about our 20 years together. It was very blissful. I was happy. And now I'm sad, but Carl's with God now making beautiful music. My message to Carl: God has you in his arms, but I have you in my heart. I wish I can go back to when we first met and have a do-over. But life doesn't work that way. I will make you a promise, though, that I will have you with me as I go on with life, all of our memories and the wisdom that you have imparted. No swim back for me, too. I will live every moment like it's my last. I will be your legacy. I love you. Christina, if you could play, please. Like, here's this song that's dear to both me and Carl. It was, our theme song from our wedding. It just means so much to me. I would like to share it with you guys.
Tomorrow morning, if you wake up and the sun does not appear, I'm here. If in the dark inside of love, hold my hand and have no fear. I will be here. I will be here when you feel like being quiet. When you need to speak your mind, I will listen and I will be here. When the laughter turns to crying, through the win and lose and try, we'll be together. I'll be here. Tomorrow morning with you wake up and the future isn't there. I will be here. Sure, seasons are made for change, or lifetimes are made for years. I will be here. I will be here. You can cry on my shoulder, but the mirror tells us we're older. I will hold you, and I will be here to watch you grow in beauty. Tell you all the things you are to me. I will be here. Oh, I will be true to the promise I have made to you and to the one who gave you to me. Just as sure as seasons are made for change, lifetimes are made for years. I will be here. We'll be together. I will be here. I will be here. I will be here.
Such a beautiful song. Um, our next speaker, Carl Super Love and twin, Mommy Christy. Mommy Christy, are you there?
There she is.
I would like to say good morning. Ay, nakakamera. Saan man kayo ngayon?
Can you go on mute, please? First, Mommy Christy.
You cannot see me. I will just stand up. Okay.
There you go. See, I told you that's Carl's twin. Oh.
Okay. Again, I would like to say good morning or good evening to everyone who is with us now. It's very hard for me to say, to talk. Kasi, ay mother, iba talaga ang mama eh. But nevertheless, I praise God because as Christians, we realize that we just have to surrender to the will of God. We cannot question our Maker. Kasi nilalang lang tayo. With that, I thank God. Pero masaya ako because kahit ang mga luha, that is natural. Pero yung masakit ba, yung at least peaceful ang puso ko na He is now with our Creator. Pero Carl is my panganay and I love him so much. Kaya wala akong ma-remember ni isang pagkakataon na sinagot niya ako or tinaasan ako ng boses. Wala talaga akong maalala. Carl really has a gentle spirit. Napakabait na bata. Very, si Carl yung grateful, yung appreciative, kahit simple breakfast. Alam mo yung magluluto ako siya, napakasimple lang. Tapos, Mami, thank you for a very sumptuous dinner or breakfast. Sabi ko, ano namang special nito? Itlog lang naman. Parang ganun ba? Pero, ahalikan ka pa. So, ako, I just let him be what he wants to be. Hindi ko talaga siya, wala naman akong maisip na nag-conflict ka. Kasi, palagay ko talagang pareho-pareho ugali namin. Yung bang malawak ang pag-uunawa. So, kahit matagal si Carl hindi nakauwi, wala akong dinamdam na sama kasi I believe na in God's perfect time, lahat may reason eh. So sabi ko noon, matagal siya hindi nakauwi, okay lang, buhay pa naman. Ganun ako. So, he was here with us last 2019. And kahit short lang ang time, talagang tinignan ko lahat na maximize namin. We were together. Nung una nga, I wanted him to come and be with my family, ganyan-ganyan. Tapos alam mo, sabi niya, I want to be with you kasi matagal akong nawala. Yung family ko lang. So ngayon, unawaan ko, nasulit talaga. We enjoyed our time together. At nanawaan ko pala ngayon na kaya pala ganun ang frame of mind siguro niya. It was designed by God kasi mawawala na nga siya sa amin. It was the last time na nandiyak kami lahat. Pero buo talaga yung apo ko, very loving with si Carl sa mga bata din. Ginagawa pa niyang teddy bear si Carl. Tapos, kinikater ni Carl lahat kung ano ang gusto ng bata. Talagang may attention. So, yung 8 years old na apo ko, ang memory niya talaga kay Tito Carl niya. At saka, alam mo yung kahit gabi na, natutulog na pala kami, nagme-message yan kay Tito Carl, I miss you, I love you. May message na may voice message. She constantly communicates with her Tito Carl kasi marami siyang memories na maganda. So, sabi ko nga, nung nalaman ko, sabi ko, Lord, maraming salamat for the life of Carl. Yung pinahiram mo siya sa amin. Kasi sa akin na-fulfill ang ano ko kasi hindi siya bata na yung pasaway ba? Talagang very gentle si Carl. Kahit hindi ko alam sa iba, pero sa akin alam ko talaga kasi whenever he's with me, talagang niyayakap niya ako, hinalikan sa noo. And before he left for the States, hindi ko malimutan. Sabi niya sa akin, Mami, sino pa bang mga lola ko na buhay pa? I want to visit them before I will go to the States. So pinuntahan namin a few of my aunties and uncles. And then sabi ng mga matatanda, umiyak, sabi, wala na, alam mo, wala nang mga young people na uupuan kami para kausapin. I let them, Carl stayed with an auntie, a lola, bali, for 1 hour, 2 hours. Masayang-masaya sila. Kasi it really took time. Yung may passion, may pagmamahal, kinumusta, ganun-ganun. So, yun ang mga memories ko sa batang ito na always and always, ako as a mother, fulfilled ako kasi proud ako sa kanya kasi ano siya dito, matulungin siya sa mga old people, parang ano siya a friend to lalo mga bata, ganun. So they find him, apo ko, she finds him funny. Kumakain sila ng ice cream, nagkadumi-dumi, sabi ng apo ko, you're the funniest eating ice cream man I know. Sabi niya ganun. So tumawa kami, ano ba yung mga linya ng batang ito. So salamat sa buhay ni Carl at ngayon I am overwhelmed talaga na dagdagan kasi nakita ko yung mga friends ni Carl ba na talagang nagmamahal sa kanya. Yun, puno na ako. At saka isa pang bagay, masaya ako kasi nakita ko kung gaano niya minahal si Kelly. Talagang yung short time namin sa Cebu, wala talaga pagka Kelly, ganun lambing. What do you like? Tapos yun, nalikan siya sa noo, hinahaplos-haplos, parang baby ba. So ako happy na rin ako kasi when you have love in your heart, you'll be happy to see people also loving other people, di ba? So talagang in spite of what happened, papasalamat talaga ako sa Diyos. Masakit sa nanay, masakit yung bigla. Pero kasama ko si Lord. I praise God na nakilala ko si Lord, kasama ko siya, and I know where Carl is going. So thank you so much, guys. Mahal ko kayong lahat for loving my son. I'm very happy sa akin lahat ng pamangkin, Wally, kumusta ka lang ka, Brian, and all, sino to, Sharon, hindi ko mano lahat, but salamat. At Kelly, thank you also for loving Carl and for making him happy throughout your marriage life. Maring Josie, you're a big help to them. You've always guided them. I know, kahit wala ako. Maraming salamat po. Salamat sa lahat. And talagang hindi ko, nanay, natural di malilimutan ng anak. Pero yung pain siguro will take a long time. Pero meron pa rin comfort kasi proud ako sa anak ko na masayahing bata, is always smiling. Mabait talaga siya. Sa akin lang ha, I hope you find him also the same way. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Mommy. I agree. Carl has always had a very good heart. Mommy, there's a song actually that Carl dedicated for you. So we'll play it.
Oh, sorry.
This next song is still from Jose Marie Chan and entitled Afraid for Love to Fade. And this is dedicated to my mom, Christy. This one's for you, mommy. My head's in a jam, can't take you off my mind. From the time we met in the set, my thoughts of you. And the more that I ignore this feeling, the more I find myself believing that I just have to see you again. I can't let you pass me by, I just can't let you go. But I know that I am much too shy to let you know. Afraid that I might say the wrong words and displease you. Afraid for love to fade before it can come true. Like a child again, I'm at a loss for words. How does one define a crush combined with love? Longing to possess you so dearly, I'm obsessed by you completely. I'm a man if I can't have you. I can't let you pass me by, I just can't let you go. But I know that I am much too shy to let you know. Afraid that I might say the wrong words and displease you. Afraid for love to fade before it can come true. I can't let you pass me by, I just can't let you go. Let me say the things and say the words to let you know. I would rather say the awkward words than lose you. Or for love to fade before it can come true.
I especially like it when Carl sings Jose Marie Chan songs. Parang bagay na bagay talaga sa voice niya. So next, we have Harry and Judy. So Harry and Judy, Carl met them when Carl was part of the Victory Church. That was a very, very special part of his life. And I know that he's got like a lot of memories, and Harry and Judy, like they're, very, very good friends of Carl. So I would leave the floor to you. I don't want to steal your thunder.
Okay. Hi, Kel. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Villalonga family. My wife Judy, my two daughters Fran and Christy. Carl, hi Carl. I miss you, bud. To me, Carl is a dear brother from another mother. Our friendship started way back in the early 90s. We were church mates who happened to share the same passion: love for God, love for people, and love for music. Same with me. He loved writing songs and make music, something we realized that it wasn't just for our pleasure, but for the glory of God and its purposes. Right then and there, we both clicked. The worship band was born out of necessity, and looking back, it was the most beautiful thing that happened to us. It was our playground. In a short amount of time, songs were written, arranged, and sung at church, campus outreaches, and youth concerts. Indeed, many lives were touched. Carl has a big heart and compassion for the lost. He is the type of person that can get engaged in an intellectual conversation while maintaining his down-to-earth character. He had an unintimidating charisma with a good sense of humor, and he is always there to lend a helping hand. Dili mo balibad. Our friendship took off. He stood with me as best man when Judy and I got married. Carl, your friendship is one of a kind. Judy and I are so privileged to have you as our dear friend in good times and in the not so good. You were there. I will never forget it. Thank you very much for the trust. Thank you for loving my family, my girls. I know you are so proud of them and really take time to appreciate them. You are irreplaceable, and we will miss you dearly. You know, sometime 2008, we had a conversation here in the US. Carl lives in Ohio, and I was in Michigan. And he told me that, my goal is to retire at the age of 45. And I was so impressed. I was like, wow, I know you can do that, Carl. I mean, you are self-driven, and I know you have that entrepreneurship, spirit. And lately, we had a conversation again, and Bai said, medyo malate gamay, I think 50, I'll retire. And I envied him because I know his business took off, and 50 was, good for him. And I believe in him, and I believe in him. And you know what? Last Sunday, I was just so devastated because during the day before Thanksgiving, I was watching the Beatles documentary, and how they make songs. And when I look at it and when I watch it, I was like, oh gosh, that's like us way back then. We just gather and meet in the place, in the church. Here we are making songs, writing songs, and then singing them later at church and concerts. And it just devastated me. And Carl is gone, and his goal was to retire at 45, and it was delayed at 50. But the reality is, the Lord met him halfway. He retired permanently on earth at age 47, and now he's with the Lord. It's like he is now active, life everlasting in heaven. So I will miss you, Carl. I will miss you, and I just want to leave you with this scripture, and it applies to all of us in Proverbs 69. It says, "The mind of a person plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps." My friend, I will miss you, and there's no replacement for you. Thank you, Carl. Thank you. Till then, Kel, and I have a word for you. You are his legacy.
Thank you. I know before we continue,
Yes.
if you don't mind, I know you wanted to do some readings like messages. And if it's okay to, since you mentioned about making songs, I think I would like to play that one Tagalog song, if you remember. Um, and then we'll have the others talk.
Yep.
Rex, you wanna?
Yes, I'll share the.
wanna-
Yes, po.
Do you have messages from the chat box? I know folks have been.
Right now. Uh-huh.
Yes, we do. In fact, let me go ahead and read some. I'm trying to remember where we left off. I think it was the message from Dubai, from Sharon. But since then, there's so many from John to Makin. Hello, Kelly. Joy Panopio. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Auntie Christy and Sheila. Dad and I are here for you. That's Cousin Joy from Cebu. There's a hello, everyone, from Keith and Nadine Ocean. I think I'm saying that correctly. Rosemary Gonzalez says, we love you, Kelly. And then Nino says, hi, Kelly. Hi, everyone. Good morning. And then, of course, Peachy and Jessica Kabungkal says hi. Cordia Mendoza says hi, Kelly. They said hi, Kelly. Jay O'Connor, our condolences, Kelly. Prayers for Carl. May he rest in peace. Then there's a message from Patrick and Leah Monteo. We are praying for you, Kelly, and family. And there was a sad face. I think Anna put the sad face on there when it was the very first song that I Will Be Here from when we prayed, when Carl sang that for Kelly. Catherine Pastor, praying for the whole family. Rex, let me know when you need me to stop, okay? I'll keep reading.
Yeah.
You ready?
If you don't mind, I think Rex is trying to find the song. So
okay, yeah, no
Harry,
problem.
did you want to introduce the other folks? Thank you,
Yeah.
Patch.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I will introduce randomly. These are, Carl's somehow circle. Most of the majority were in the band, were in the worship team, and I'm gonna call first Felma, who's now live streaming from New York. Pai, the floor is yours.
Hi everyone,
Pai.
Kel. Hi Kel. So Carl was still in college when our paths crossed. We started out as actually phone pals. After a few weeks of burning the phone lines, we decided to meet. I can say that he was charming and engaging in person. Carl loved to laugh, and he loved making others laugh. His laughter was so infectious. His jokes at times were a tad on the corny side. But man, you could not help but laugh with him. Kay kulit kayo si Carl. Tatawon yun ka. A week after we met, it was on a sunny Saturday afternoon. We made plans of going to the movies. But then last minute, I asked him if he wanted to go to a free concert and meet my friends instead. He excitedly said, sure. Kay Carl was chill like that. And he was so easygoing. So we went to the Victory Christian Fellowship Center. It was the building right across the Doctors. I introduced Carl to my church family, and the rest is history. Carl gave his life to the Lord, got discipled, played the keyboards for the music team, and then became a wonderful and passionate worship leader. Several years ago, I reached out to Carl. I needed his help. Though Carl and I had not spoken for over a decade, he helped me. Without hesitation, he came through for me. No questions asked. Carl is that kind of friend, a friend that loves at all times, like the Bible says, a friend and a brother for life. Lastly, I have this vivid memory of Carl. He was alone on that small stage at the VCF Center. He excitedly asked me if I wanted to hear an original song. I think he titled it Hold Me Close. He played and sang the song beautifully. I don't quite remember the entire song, but the first verse of that song stuck with me, and the lyrics goes, "Hold me close to your arms. Don't ever let me go. Let me know that you will always be by my side. I don't know what lies ahead of me, but this I know is true." Such a beautiful love song. I know that it was and is a love song for his papang, our Heavenly Father. I take comfort in the thought that Carl is now held by the loving arms of his papang. Rest in peace, Kaloy, our dear Kai. May your spirit live on in all of us whom you have profoundly touched. Thank you, Kai. Thank you for the good memories.
Thank you, Thelma. I'm gonna call on next Cleborn Orbe. Cleborn Orbe is one of the band members. Cleborn plays keyboards back then, but he is now a lawyer, a top-notch lawyer in the Philippines. Cleborn Orbe, if you're there, the floor is yours. Cleborn? Is he here? Hello, Cleborn?
I think he's at Balasin.
Oh.
No, I was just joking.
We can play the Nasayo lang, Nasayo.
Sorry,
Ayun. Yes.
I just I thought it was in the evening. I'm so sorry. I apologize. What did you want from me?
Clive, the floor is yours now. You can say something for Carl, in honor of Carl.
Hi, good morning to all. Carl has had a very generous heart. I've never seen anybody more generous than Carl. I first met him in Cebu. He lived making other people happy.
Yeah.
There was a time that we lived together sa Talamban. I remember him offering a ball boy sa ilang tennis club to live with us because the ball boy had nowhere to go. He had no house, no home, no parents. So he lived with us for free, and we became friends. And that's who Carl is, At one point, I also had needed his help to find a place to stay in Cebu. And he also offered his house for me to stay. Of course, I shared in the rent. But he lived to make people happy. And it's been a trait of his from the beginning, and that's why people love him. I think all of us can agree to that. No? We all have stories of Carl. Finding his happiness in making people smile, be it the small things, be it big things. Basta makita kanya na happy ka, happy po siya.
Wow.
That's how he is. That's how I remembered him to be. And he always gives a helping hand whenever he can. Be it money, be it time, be it an ear. If you have problems and you wanted to vent your problems on someone or share your problems with someone, he's always readily available to lend his ear to you and offer advice. And also, I've seen how he became a father to Sheila. No? It's also how I remember that he said that it's very hard to discipline your sister, but you have to. And when I became a father, I actually remembered what Carl told me, that it's very easy for you not to discipline your child, or in his case your sister, but because I love her so much, I have to. Sakit sa iya, pero she had to. That's what he shared to me. That sakit sa iya, but he had discipline. He had to make sure that her sister would stay in the right track. And I don't know what the specifics, but when I became a father, I also said, it's very easy to just let things go, but that's how it is. His father's, of course, although he had no child, but his father's heart was reflected, I think, in how he she treated his sister. It was very beautiful to see. That's all. 2 minutes lang ako.
Claiborne. Thank you, Claiborne. Next, I will have to call Jean Saclo, streaming right now in the Philippines. Jean, the floor is yours.
Hello, good morning, good evening to everyone. Hi, Kelly. We haven't met personally, and I haven't seen Carl for over 20 years. And when Harry asked me to say something, I've met Carl, younger Carl, in early 90s when Thelma first brought him to church to meet us, to meet Thelma's friends. And the one thing that really stuck in my mind about Carl is his friendly smile. He's always smiling. And I tried to go back memory lane, what I remember about Carl. We had a lot of funny memories with Carl. When he's around, we always laugh, and he would tease us until we get angry, and then he would pacify us. Carl is the life of the group. And I remember funny things I remember about Carl. He actually, as students then, we were always on a tight budget, and Carl loves to eat. So they would come visit me in the boarding house and bring Harry and the others, and said, "Oh, let's have a salo-salo." And I would say, "Wala man tay kwarta, Carl." Siya nga, ayaw kaguol. When I remembered Century Tuna first launched their different flavors, different variants. Carl was the first to introduce us, and he made us love Century Tuna beef steak flavor. Do you remember that, Har? After we tried that, we would always crave Century Tuna beef steak flavor. In a tight budget as students, we would always gather and have that. And Carl taught us that. And there was never a dull moment with Carl. He would always find a way to make people laugh, to perk us up. And one time we're not friends in Facebook anymore. I don't know why. Maybe Carl, because in Friendster before we were chatting. Harry, you remember way back in 2007, 2008, I said, "Carl, I haven't seen you for a long time." And we are having a video chat. And I was surprised. "Oh, no, Carl, you're so big now." And when we were students, we were so blatantly frank with each other. And they said, "You look like Edgar Martis now." So maybe that's the reason why Carl did not friend me in Facebook, but he's friends with my husband. So and we were together too in Guam in 95. We had an outreach in Guam, and Carl would always finish our burgers, because we used to go to a burger joint after a day of evangelizing. And Carl is always the what you call this, the sweeper. Like Liway and I wouldn't be able to finish our big burger from Burger King or Wendy's, and Carl would say, don't worry, just put it there, I'll take care of that." So a lot of funny memories with Carl, and I would love to go back down memory lane and recall every single moment we had with Carl, but maybe some other time. But I would always remember Carl as Murad, I haven't seen Carl angry in all those years that we're together. I haven't seen Carl angry. Even when he's angry, he would smile and he would make light of the situation. So that's how I remember Carl. He's a gentle giant. He's very gentle, and I've seen how he have nourished Sheila. We met Sheila when she was a kid, and she's really a doting kuya to Sheila and even to our other church mates. He's a kuya. Even when he's younger than us, he would pretend he would play kuya to us. Bar. He would always give advice, He would always ask, "Musta na?" And he would always laugh and smile. That's how I remember Carl. So that's it.
Thank you, Jean.
Yes.
Or can we play the song?
Yes, I can play the song now. Sorry, earlier had trouble. Okay, so
That was a very beautiful message, Jean, and I hope I'll be able to meet you in the future.
thank you so much, guys. So here's the
Yes.
song. Can you see it, guys?
I think it's loading.
It's coming.
Need audio, Rex. There it is.
Bawat hakbang, bawat ingay,
Can't hear it?
para sa'yo.
Can you turn it up?
Iniisip kahit anong unos sa buhay ko.
Max.
Hamakin man, paglaruan, paniniwala ko sa'yo. Kahit anong gawin ng sino man, ako pa rin iyong-iyo. Hindi ito magbabago. Malaman lang na nandito ka, sa akin ay sapat na. Wala nang takot, pangangamba, nasa'yo lang pala. Hinahanap kong daan, ito'y di kayang tumbasan ni naman. Araw-araw, inaasam na kapiling ka. Sa aking pagtulog, pinupulong, gusto ko'y kayakap ka. Sa puso ko'y ikaw lamang ang Diyos na kilala. Di magbabago, pangako to, sa hirap man o ginhawa. Tayong magkasama, malaman lang na nandito ka, sa akin ay sapat na. Wala nang takot, pangangamba, nasa'yo lang pala. Ang hinahanap kong daan, di kayang tumbasan ni naman. Oh, malaman lang na nandito ka, sa akin ay sapat na. Wala nang takot, pangangamba, nasa'yo lang pala. Ang hinahanap kong daan, di kayang tumbasan ni naman.
Hey, Harry. That song was like from maybe over 25 years ago.
Yes.
It's an original composition from Carl. And that's my favorite na
Yeah.
composition, yeah.
We sing it
Really.
and we really have fun, arranging it. And you should, how I wish you should hear it in full band. It's really nice. Yeah. But anyway, I would like to call one of Carl's great friend, Jojo Vergara. Jojo is the owner of Malamban Limpo, and he's with us in the worship team. Jo, the floor is yours.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much, everyone. I am truly blessed to hear all these stories of Carla really been touching so many people.
I think you're good now.
Puto si Joe, bro.
Bro.
Oh, hey. I'm sorry I've been talking. Can you hear me now?
Yes. You can,
Yes. Thank you so much for this time. I can share just a few things about Carl, Jean, and Harry. That our best moment there, our paths crossed. It was there where we really met the people that would really make such an impact in our lives. It's been 25 years since our victory days, but yet most of our happiest memories and all the, as Harry said, the songs that we wrote, the time that we spent just worshiping God together was unparalleled. We've been separated physically. We went to other churches, and yet this bond that we have with Carl has always been there. I look at Harry, and I also remember all the times when we went evangelizing in Puente Osmeña. We went through all our happy vacations, excursions. We went to our time of going out to the different churches, the different schools. Carl has always been there as a musician after God's own heart. And me and Carl also shared, of course, our passion for food. I remember after 25 years, he came over here in Cebu, gave me a ring and said, "Bye, I want to taste your balamban liempo." So I said, "Of course, come on, why not? I'll prepare the best liempo I can find." And indeed, I met Kelly there. Kelly's such a wonderful, sweet person. I can really say now, you really found your soulmate, bro. Such a wonderful person. Kelly, my heart really reached out to you and Carl. My wife and I, honey, are so blessed that we spent even just one lunch together. And of course, we had our plans. Carl really shared with me his entrepreneurial plans. We were thinking of bringing Balambalia in Ohio, but well, God, as Harry said, God really directs our steps, and it's really sad. It really broke my heart when I heard about the news. I lost two dear friends in the last 2 3 years. One was Bobby Banzon, also in Victory, and now Carl. And I have to somehow the first thing I did was reach out to Harry because being a soul brother, I said, "Bro, I appreciate you. I don't want to spend another day not reaching out and looking out for my brothers. Indeed, for those who are left behind, let's try our best. Let's try our best to reach out. Let's try our best, no matter how hard and busy our lives are. The time with Carl makes us realize that indeed we don't really know how long we will be together. So all of the people right here who know me, and I know Gavien, Jean, all the other friends in Victory, guys, I'm here with you in spirit. And I'm just here if we can find time to really bond and really get together. I think this time with Carlos made me realize again how time is really short. And yes, of course, he's happy now with the Lord. And yes, his dream of being there in the presence of our God and Savior is truly admirable. But indeed, that longingness of our time on earth, the relationship that we have with our friends and brothers should always be prioritized. So my last message is go to your loved one, hug them, tell them how much you love them. To those that you have friends that you have not been reaching out to, go out there and tell them how much you appreciate them. For indeed, life is short. And Carl, bro, I love you, bro. What I can do is I reach out to Kenley as much as I can, and maybe in the future, I'll really, really, really be there, for all the people that are also touched by you. Once again, bro, I salute you. I love you. God bless you.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. The next one is Gavian Kabangbang, streaming right now from Bill. Gavian is one of our, backup singers. Gavian, the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. First of all, my deepest condolences to Kelly and to the entire family. I cannot imagine the pain that you're going through right now. So I can only just really pray for you guys and pray for God's peace and comfort at this time. I remember Carl to be very kulit, just like what Jean said, kulit kay to si Carl. And yes, he would always tease us. And he was a very joyful person, always making jokes, and he was kind to everyone. Then that's right. I never saw Carl angry, actually. And he was very joyful. And we used to, as they said, we were part of the same worship team back in the days when we were younger. And I always remembered that, I was always thinking that this guy is really so anointed. I would always feel that during when the first ano pa lang sa piano, talaga the heavens would open and it was very easy to worship Jesus, and it was very easy to lead people to worship Jesus, and that speaks clearly that he has a relationship with God, and he has a relationship with Jesus. And Carl, we will miss you. How I wish that you're still with us. We haven't, kept in touch for a long time, but you messaged me like 3 years ago looking for a Tagalog version of a Joel Barry song, and I couldn't provide you. And yes, I wish we would have all of us at Victory Cebu would have kept in touch. But Carl, I remember you, I honor you, and we will really miss you. And Kelly, we are praying for you, and we're just here for you.
Gavian, thank you. Cornel Cervantes cannot make it. Cornel is one of Carl's best friend too. Same group, same within the worship band. I'm gonna call now Tony Mindoyos. Tony is streaming right now in the Philippines. He is now one of the pastors of Victory, but during our times, he was our drummer. Tony Mindoyos, if you are there, the floor is yours, brother.
Bay, salamat bay ha. Sura. When Cornel told me about kaya.
Take your time.
When Cornel told me about what happened to Carl, it really broke my heart. It's difficult. Listen, you guys, it's difficult to hear that very sad news. I vividly remember when I went to Victory, I was so drunk.
Oh, so
I smelled alcohol, and when the service, because there was a midweek service before, it's a Wednesday service. After the service, the one who approached me was Carl. There was no judgment that I smelled alcohol. He just engaged me. Ang funny lang anak, hey, grabe siya ka, bro. Kuan to bro, fellowship to bro. Bro, kana ganing tulog tas balay, tulog tas balay. Kanang so man siya. Lucky ni siya. Tulog sa balay niya. Mag-sleep over. Strange for me for a first timer ba niya. Grabe ka siya mo engage, and then you can really feel his sincereness. Even for people who seem hopeless ba in life, and because of that we built that friendship. Yes, he was a businessman. He was passionate for, he was passionate for helping people make money, because Isugenki days, no. Well, one of the things that I love about Carl is music team sa alas 10, alas 11. Sa alas 12 maghuman, grabe jud kayo. Masayop gamay. Well, kuan jud kayo, very stressful, no, but with Carl, I do agree, no. I do agree with Cliborn. Carl really is was probably born to make other people happy. I definitely agree with that. I also agree with what Jean said a while ago. Carl actually has a way of making things different. Like, pressure na kayo, stressful na kayo, but Carl was really just cracks a joke, and then we would just laugh, even if we were so stressed out already. And in times when kumagulan or lili mi maka nag-practice mi sa music, and then we can't go home because it was raining, so we tried to just sit and just play music, make songs, and he was just free spirited, and I'm just so glad that I met this guy. He was indeed anointed. I agree with Gavien. He was our worship leader before, and one of the things that was really profound, was one time we were in the ushering team. Before I went to the music team, we were in the ushering team, and one of the things that nakailangan ko niya, and then he helped us, clean those chairs. And then after he cleaned chairs, even the chairs that were clean, he cleaned it again. And so I asked, bro, why are you cleaning the chair again? Because, siya nga, bro, I want to make this chair so shiny that you can see reflection of people. And then I asked him, why are you doing that in the first place? And then he said to me, bro, I want, bro, that, when people see my life, it's just like my life, like this chair, no matter how dirty this may be, this can shine. And when people see my life, I pray that people can see Jesus. Well, whoa, that was good, Even with chairs, it made an impact in my life. Just like how Harry had made an impact, Bobby had made an impact, Clifford had made an impact, Cornell made an impact. I even asked the Lord, why him? Why him, God? I mean, of all people. But God has to remind me, in this life, we don't live forever. And I'm reminded in Proverbs chapter 19, verse 21, it says here, many are the plans in the mind of a man, but it is the purpose of the Lord that will stand. It is the purposes of God that will prevail. I believe that Carl had lived a purposeful life. He made impact in people's lives. I'm not so sure if I will still be here as a believer. I'm not sure if I will be a pastor if not for him. Just being so friendly and engaging somebody who smelled alcohol. Grabe, I mean, it pains me. I'm not sure, no? What you sure kung I know that we will all be okay in the coming days, but he will always be in our hearts. Listen. And I hope that this will not just be a time where we can come together because somebody dies, no? I hope that we can come together one of these days, probably eat together. Hopefully when this pandemic will end, you can go back to the Philippines and, just have dinner and count tag barbecue ba? Ado tag Larsian, no? So, inom tag bugnang ako. Parisan ang init kay nga barbecue, init po kay nga puso ba? But you know what, Kelly, I just want to tell you, you are so blessed because you've lived a long life, with Carl. And I believe that Carl is also blessed because he had you. And I pray that, yes, even if Carl is not here, I pray that he will forever live in our memories and even in our hearts. Bro, okay na ko, bro.
Thank you, Pastor. For
Wait
me,
na. Sigura.
I remember that time, from alcohol to being a pastor now because of Carl. Kelly,
Just one thing, that's very beautiful. And someone mentioned the Joel Barrios song. I think it was Gabian. I think we found that one song. It was an English and then a Tagalog version. Maybe we can play it because it's really a very beautiful song.
Family of God. Sorry.
This is a song made by Joel Barrios called Family of God. Once we were far away, no hope, no God at all. Remember at the time we were separate from Christ. We used to live that way. We followed our own desires. But because of His great love, He made us alive with Christ. And now in Christ Jesus, we are brought near to God. 'Cause we're the family of God, joined together, held forever, rising to become a holy temple in the Lord. 'Cause we're the family of God, joined together, held forever, rising to become a holy temple in the Lord. Tanging Ikaw lamang, O Diyos, ang siyang bumuhay lahat sa amin upang purihin ang iyong banal na pangalan, Jesus aming Panginoon.
You can really see the passion,
Grabe.
Har, do we still have other speakers?
I'm gonna call Alvic really quick. Alvic Husol, if you're there, the floor is yours.
I'm here, Har. Okay. Hi, Harry. Kelly, I hope you still remember me. We met last December of 2007. Your husband picked me up at somewhere like Romeoville, Chicago, Illinois. And we drove all the way to your place at Columbus, Ohio. We spent time with Carl while you are working at, I think you were working at JP Morgan at that time. And we went to the gym. It was one of the best time I ever had. And after that, we even went to Detroit, Michigan to visit Harry and his family. Please accept my deepest condolences to you and your family. I was shocked to hear this news about Carl's demise. One thing I can say about your husband is that he has this very unique talent and strength called like individualization. He has a way of customizing the way he engaged with people. So that's why all of you, all of the people here in this Zoom, you are a special friend by Carl, and Carl also customized the way he engaged with you. And I was even joking to him one time when we spoke, why won't you run for a politician? He said, I will not win because I could not customize the way I engage with everybody because it takes time and energy and strength from him to customize the way he does, because he will spend time with you. He will spend time getting to know you. And that's why I heard from people here earlier that I think Tony, like when he was drunk, because he has this desire to know and to discover each and everybody's unique skills, talent, and he has a way of motivating, and that's why they're very close friends with my friends also here for Victory School. And I just can say that he will be missed. We only have few people like him in this world, and I hope, yeah, like he may not have descendants, but he has touched so many lives. Me and Carl we also spoke. We are FB friends, and I recently I had my baby boy. We had baby boy, and I was also encouraging him. But I was telling him like, Carl, you need to reduce. And Kelly, if I have offended Carl with all of my jokes about his weight, I am so sorry for that. I just want the best thing for Carl to be healthy and want to see him live a long life. But I know there's a reason and purpose, and I think that's what also Pastor Tony said, that God's sovereign, his purpose. I think his purpose here on earth was fulfilled by touching each and every one of us here in this Zoom meeting. And what I am happy that he's now with the Creator. But yes, I condole with you, Kelly, that he is a person that will really be missed. Days to come, you will still hear a lot of good things about Carl. But I feel for you. Be strong, and I've been to your house. Your house is so big, and he would really miss Carl if you will not see. I still remember that time, that because I was there and I was also so guilty because he has to entertain me. I think there was a time that he was not able to wash the dishes, but he only put everything into the dishwasher. And yeah, you told him, why did you put all of these dishes in the dishwasher? Because he has no more time to clean it. And the following day, we have to prepare and pack up because we will be driving all the way to Detroit. So imagine from Chicago to Ohio and all the way to Michigan, Illinois, Ohio to Michigan. That was a very long drive. But this person, your husband, took like sacrifice his time and really like devote his time to entertain a friend like me. And I thank you. I was able to really thank him so much. I thanked him before I left US, but I would like to repeat. I just want to say good memories about him. And yeah, Carl, you will be missed. I have no more tears to cry. I have cried already like days before, but this is the time to be happy and have good memories of him. That's all for me, Harry and Kelly.
Thank you, Alvic. Thank you, Alvic. Thank you. I think, Kelly, that's all for the Victory family, and I'm gonna, the floor is yours now, Kelly.
Thank you, Harry. Rex.
Yes. So thank you so much, guys. And we have another song. Oh, hold on. Should a song? Nope. we are joined by also our friends from Ohio. So Kelly.
I think we have David and Jeff.
Yes. And Christina.
Yes. Hey everybody, I'm David, if you don't know. Today we're here to celebrate Carl's life. Carl has always been and will always be in our thoughts and prayers. He has touched each and every one he has ever met. I remember Carl as my brother, my friend, and a great husband to Kelly. Carl always seemed to have a smile on his face, but was always ready at all times to deliver a witty one-liner, even if you didn't think he was paying attention to anything you were saying. Carl was a true friend. He always knew he would drop anything and everything if you needed anything. He was a friend that you could always count on to be there for you. He always knew when you needed to laugh. And I cherished the long conversations we would have when I was driving home from work. It's a long hour drive. We would talk about everything from investing to, I know this might surprise you, but also politics. I never forgot, and I will never forget, the blessings that he gave my family. From running the Christmas show with my daughter at Lang and Jeff's house to playing at Otis so me and the love of my life could dance. I think what I respected most about Carl was his love that he had for Kelly. I know Carl and Kelly are very private people. That was the one thing that Carl could never hide. His love for Kelly was contagious. He was always happy when they were together, whether it was at the tennis courts while he was serving 1,000 tennis balls or while he was waiting at the ski resorts, just sitting there making his music. Carl, my best friend, I will miss you. Kelly, I love you.
Love you guys.
Oh, and for Four Roses, Kelly will love you. And for Carl, Tagai nah, baby.
Thank you, Dave. I think we have a song, right?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. We have any more? Is Christina? Does Christina want to say anything or
Or Jeff or David, other David, are you there?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, then you can go ahead first.
Oh, ako daw muna. If there's one word that I can describe Carl as a friend, is that he's supportive. He likes the word napaka, so I will say napaka supportive. He's very supportive of the kids in our Christmas parties. He would play piano in the background to accompany the kids singing. We love when he plays piano in our house because it feels like, we're in a hotel lounge with his soothing voice. Very relaxing and entertaining. We know his love for tennis. He will play and serve balls like sinabi ni David to the kids and to us ladies. When we got addicted to golf, he tried his best to like the game as well. He will tag along with Kelly and be her caddy. He will just be there on the golf cart and cheer Kelly and us and even the kids when they had the tournaments. He would take a lot of pictures or videos and will make very good collages. We'll just be surprised to see he took those. He was a very supportive of us, Kelly's friends. He knew that we are very good friends and we always mean well or have good intentions with Kelly. Kelly knows this. There was a time when she was learning how to ski. Carl defended us and he sided with us. We witnessed how supportive and caring he is with Kelly. He will drive her whenever we have parties and pick her up later. Sometimes he will just patiently wait for Kelly until our dinner or whatever GNO event is over. There's obviously a ton more times he touched our lives, but Carl, the support and love and the songs and music you shared will always be treasured and remembered. We love you, Carl, and don't worry, we're also here to support Kelly as well.
Yeah, so I may add, it's gonna be short. So I'll remember Carl, aside from being a friend, as being a talented musician, as a lot of you just said. He is the Pandesal band. He's the heart and soul of that band, and he inspired me. I think a lot of you was inspired by Carl also. He's probably enjoying music right now that the Angels playing for him, and I would miss that the laps and the sharing of new music or new artist. And I love how he and Eli would talk about music. Eli is my son, and he loves piano also. And I think Carl inspired him to learn music and continue his music career journey. And thank you, Carl, for all the laughs and the uber exaggerated stories. And thank you for the gift of friendship and brotherhood. You will be greatly missed. Rest easy, my friend.
So we have some, well, I do have a couple of songs for us. Here's the first one. I just can't stop.
Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure, that's what friends are for. In good times, in bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. 'Cause that's what friends are for.
So Dave Garinger is another person, a friend. Do you wanna say something?
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. I'm kind of a mess right now. Can you see me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I met Carl and Kelly just a few years ago, but it seems like I've known them my lifetime. More recently, we've taken a couple of golf trips, a couple of ski trips. Got to know both of them personally a lot better. And I just love Carl and Kelly. You two, from my perspective, were the epitome of a codependent couple. You guys were just two halves of the same ball. I mean, you guys fed off of each other, you supported each other. And the biggest thing I remember about Carl the most was just he would lay himself out there for everybody. You never thought, if I didn't know any better, Carl never had any problems because he never voiced his problems to anybody. He only wanted to know how he could help you. And we've struggled from time to time. He's always been there to lend an encouraging word. And I never thought there would be anybody more versed at sarcasm than me. But Carl kept me honest with it. He could make jokes with the best of them, even if everything was crashing down around him. He would make a joke, make the room a whole lot lighter. The parties that we went to around the holidays, Carl would just be, his presence there made it a happy occasion. And Carl lived his life on his own terms. I've heard a lot of people throughout this, talk about Carl, and you guys know him a whole lot better than I do. And that's unfortunate. I wish I had a whole lot more time with him. But Carl's got a beautiful voice. He's a master on the piano. I sat there and watched him last Christmas. We were all over at Jeff and Lang's house, and he would hear a song and he would try to play it on the piano, and he would rewind it, play it again until he got it right. And then it didn't take him very long at all to get it exactly right. He was an incredible musician, an incredible person. There was just one thing I want to share, that it was a post that I found, and I shared it with Carl, and he got a good laugh out of it. I think it epitomizes how Carl lived his life, how Carl and Kelly both lived their lives. I shared this with you in the hospital, Kelly. But there was a post that I found. It says, the journey of life is not to arrive at the grave safely and in a well-preserved body, but rather skid in sideways in a Chevelle, totally worn out, shouting, holy crap, what a ride. That's how Carl lived his life. And it's not fair that his life was cut so short, but he's in a better place now. Love you, Carl. Love you, Kelly. See you soon, buddy.
Thanks, David.
We have another song, Kel, that Kelly and Kelly, Carl, and Eli, I think, played together. Well, look at it. Just the way you are.
Okay.
Definitely.
Good job.
That's fun.
Tita Kel, can we call Patch Wetzel real quick? Want to say something to Carl? She needs to wake up early though.
No, I just keep different time zone hours. So thank you so much, Kelly. I mean, it's so funny because there are a lot of interactions with you and Carl, but you're always the quiet one in the background. And typically, either I have the mic or Carl has the mic, so I don't have very many times that I got to sit down with Carl. But there is one instance that comes to mind, and I don't know how we managed to do it. We started talking about hamburgers, and Carl took me to Smash Burger in Guyana. And so as we were eating, and I don't even know what we were talking about because, we talk about everything. And with Carl, that was the one thing that was very prevalent with him. He really wore his faith on his sleeve. I know we talked about Christ. I know we talked about the Great Commission. I know we talked about forgiveness and love and all that fun stuff. And and how we're going to fix the world through evangelization. I knew that we talked about that, and food. So, but I remember Carl saying, "Yeah, but it's nothing like Jollibee." And I said, I can't remember Jollibee. Like, I don't, if I ate Jollibee, I think I ate Jollibee because it's Jollibee, but I don't remember eating a Jollibee hamburger because I love their spaghetti and the fried chicken. And so he goes, "Oh, so there was always this thing, this road trip where we were going to take to drive to Chicago just for Jollibee hamburgers. If anybody of you here in Ohio wants to open a franchise of Jollibee, my gourmet taste is looking for it. But anyway, it was me, Baby Lynn Gilmore. I know she was on the call earlier today, or earlier tonight. I think she's still on here. Cecilia, what's Cecilia? I can't remember Cecilia's last name, but there was a whole bunch of us. We had told specific people, Tess Nicolas, we were going to go to Jollibee in Chicago, and then the pandemic happened. And it's funny because this pandemic it's like the longest and yet the shortest time that, time is warped. But there was always this expectation that I would see Carl again and that we would be able to go. And so I am so thankful that you allowed me to sit here and tell this story because, like I said, we didn't get to talk much, but when we did, it was about something that mattered. And like we talked about, Kelly, the other night, it's just a long goodbye, right? There's always the blessed assurance that we will see each other again on the other side. And he's already there. It was warp speed. He took his last breath and he was there because that's the promise. And so I just want to say thank you for this time that you've allowed me to speak and share that story. And to his mom that I just met. I mean, I'm not meeting, as much as Zoom will allow us to meet. I can't even imagine what the family is going through, especially with this. It was so sudden and there was no real preparation. And so it's so heartening to see so many people involved in the call from all like across the globe, to see everybody here gathered. And so um, just because it is what it is, I'd like just to say a simple prayer. Um, and it's just say thank you, Father God, for the life of Carl, for who he was to us, and his presence and his reach, which we will never know how far it went. But we know that what he did out of love for you, and that he truly did love you, and that we are assured that you loved us first, and that's why you came down to walk this earth, so that we would be able to have this promise to see each other, all our loved ones who have gone before, on the other side. So we thank you, Father God, for the life of Carl, for his short life taken so suddenly, but we know that you took him for purpose. And we know that there's no accidents, no coincidences, only provision, and that you are Lord of all, and that thy will be done, thy kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. And we thank you for that, Father God, in Christ's name. Thank you for allowing me to speak.
Thank you, Tita Patch.
So next, I think we have Stephen, Rada, or Wally and Hazel. If you guys want to share something, please. There are very good friends. Wally and Hazel are from Cebu. We met them when we went to Cebu in 2019, and the Macarols, like we've been friends like over 20 years now as well. So Rada or Wally, if you guys want to say something.
Yes. Okay. Hello. Hi, everyone. Kelly, love you. To say that we were really shocked, it's really an understatement. Carl, we love Carl, you know it. We were friends, una tayo nag-friends, but si Carl talaga, he's different. As I tell you, he has a gift na I really admire, something that I wanted to be like, because he can connect with everybody. And you know how I feel about Carl, and you know how I feel about you. But what I want to read here is something that Stephen, he's my son. To those who don't know, he's 18 years old, and he wrote a little something, something that he wanted to share with everybody. And this is it. Whenever Uncle Carl came over to our house, I was always so excited to see him. When I was little, he would show me the coolest games and how to play them. And now that I'm older, I had the chance to teach him. He would come into my room and watch me play. He asked me questions and even played a little himself. That's what made Uncle Carl so great. He wanted to know me on a personal level. He wanted to know everyone on a personal level. Uncle Carl inspired me to learn how to communicate with people to the best of my ability. He inspires me to build lasting connections with anyone. I can only hope to live up to the bar that my Uncle Carl has made for me. So this is from Steven. He's a gamer. He's not into anything else, but Uncle Carl was there for him. The last time you guys were here, it was around it was December, I believe. Was it December?
A year ago.
Yeah, with Tipsy, and I was really thinking now we would still be able to, get together, make time. Steve here, he's got something to say as well. But please know, Kelly, we're here, and we hope to still see you before we talk. So yeah, I love you, and we're here for you.
So many people have said it already. He was so easy to talk to. Gentle soul, took a genuine interest in everybody he met. And the reason it was so easy to talk to Carl is because he asked a lot of questions, because he had genuine interest in who you were, what made you tick. He would ask me questions about my career in the military, guns, food, bourbon, my kids, sports, anything, and it just made everything so easy.
He's so intelligent.
And it was so genuine, and that's
Yeah.
why it was so heartfelt. And this bottle of bourbon, actually, I bought it for Carl last time he visited, and we opened it up while he was here, and we didn't quite finish it, but there's a little bit left, and we decided we would save it for the next time we met. I'm gonna have a little bit now, but I'm gonna say some for him. We miss you, Carl.
We
And
do.
you'll always be in our hearts. Thank
Cheers.
you.
Thank you, Rods. Thank you, Steve. I don't know if we have
Start now.
Okay, then maybe we can play the Shadow of Time song.
Okay. Will do.
Pare, I chose that song because I know Wally likes that song, and then I know like that's our diba, from Baguettes.
Hear the shadow of time.
Special request, Rego Malchenko's Shadow of Time. Look towards the future while I look towards the past, and remember that's our lonely time. Soon you'll be someone that I once was, and something that I left behind. I grew without you, but you will grow through me. For you and I are one and the same. And your
Next we have Sharon and Brian. Guys, I know we're at 9:19 right now. Hopefully you guys can still stay. There's so many folks that that shared, and it's just very overwhelming, and I feel so blessed hearing all of you right now. Sharon and Brian, are you there? I know you guys have some live performances, and I'm looking forward to hearing them. Sharon, are you there?
Yes, yes, I'm here. Can I just share quickly? I can't help but share
Sure,
before
of
I
course.
sing. Yeah. All right. Carl was my one. I would say my first friend, of course, along with my brother, because we literally grew up together from 5 years old to 10. We were together. We lived in one house, at some point. And the first, I know a lot of you said he's a funny guy, and I want to share one funny story that happened when we were 6 years old, because we were classmates as well. We were just prep. There's a double. Okay, there. And so at that time, those who misbehaved in class, I know it's probably child abuse in America, but the teacher would pull down the pants of whoever misbehaved in class. So the other classmates who were called, and that included Carl, were already crying because, it's not nice to remove your pants and be exposed in your underwear. But here comes Carl. He willingly removed his pants and walked along the aisle like, swinging his butt around the class, which made the class laugh. So that early on, he really loved to make everyone laugh. He didn't care. And yeah, I remember telling my mom, and of course my mom was upset and went to talk to the principal, but that's what happened. And I'm just so grateful that we get to share a lot of memories as kids. So many memories. And I've heard some of you, or most of you said, like, he never got upset. And I actually did see him upset just one time. We never fought. We just laughed a lot, but I did see him upset one time. But that's let me saw his protective side of him. Because when he moved to Cebu, we lost touch for a while. There was no Facebook then. And we didn't really talk. There was I think there was texting, but we lost communication. Those were our teenage years. But out of the blue, he was already in Ohio. He called me. And so I was like, oh, who's this? I didn't even know the number. But basically, there was a situation in our family wherein, some family members were saying not nice things about my family. And the first thing that Carl asked is to verify if, asking how are the people in my family. And at the same time, he told me what happened. So for me probably to deal with the other family members who's making other stories. But that really made me see the depth of our relationship, because even though we built relationship as kids, I really felt touched by that act that he did, because we haven't spoken for probably a decade around that time. But he had a serious tone. He's not the type who would vent his anger, but you could tell he was upset and he wouldn't tolerate it. For him to go out of his way to call me and tell me what happened so that I could address it, made me feel loved. That's the kind of love that Carl has. He would protect you. So I'm just honored to even just hear all of you share about how much he has impacted your lives. And having spoken to Kelly the other day, I just felt really proud of him, hearing how he is as a husband, and now hearing all his friends, how he is as a friend. And I've seen him how he is as a son. It's true, he's never, in the 5 years I've shared with him, I've never seen him talk back to Tita Christy. And clearly, he has really made his mark in this world, And I pray that legacy he left will be, like Kelly said to me, we'll pass it forward. It's not something that we just appreciate, but that life that he lived and got inspired from him will, be passed on to other people, because that was Carl's legacy, loving other people. So right now, the last time we spoke was September. We were just talking about collaborating because I was live singing, live streaming. And the last time I live streamed, he requested this song from me. He's heard me sing this song before. I think it's one of his favorites. And Kelly asked me to, that's one of our connections as well, music. And maybe I didn't get to ask why he likes this song, but he said he loves this song. And the last time he watched me, he asked for this. And Carl, hindi na tayo makakapag-collab, hindi na tayo makakapag-kumu. So this will be the last time I'll get to sing this to you. Thank you for inspiring me, for being a man of God that touched all our lives. Turn down the lights, turn down the bed, turn down these voices inside my head. Lay down with me, tell me no lies, just hold me close, don't patronize. Don't patronize me, 'cause I can't make you love me if you don't. You can't make your heart feel something it won't. Here in the dark, in these final hours, I will lay down my heart, and I feel the power, but you won't. No, you won't, 'cause I can't make you love me if you don't. I close my eyes, then I won't see the love you don't feel when you're holding me. Morning will come and I'll do what's right. Just give me till then to give up this fight. And I will give up this fight, 'cause I can't make you love me if you don't. You can't make your heart feel something it won't. Here in the dark, in these final hours, I will lay down my heart, and I feel the power, but you won't. No, you won't, 'cause I can't make you love me if you don't. Thank you for everything, Carl. See you on the other side.
Thank you so much, Sharon.
Hi guys. Hi Kelly. Um, yeah, I'm just very encouraged to just hear what everyone has been saying about Carl, and I couldn't agree more. That's really him. in all aspects, you know. And we're all blessed just to be able to have a taste of who he is, you know, at one point. And yeah, so me and my sister literally and practically grew up with Carl. Ang sabi nga nila, a child's growing up years is crucial. The things that we don't have, me and my sister as a family, because we lost our dad, we were just 5, and but you know, through Carl and the family, which I thank Tita Christy and Tito Bibi for just you know, creating those childhood memories that would stretch till my age. I'm now 49, I'm turning 50, but the benchmark has been set. You know, things that me and my sister have gone through with Carl as a child, you know, it has been a dream for me for my own kids. And, you know, we would do a lot of activities, you know, from ping pong to tennis to shooting, you know, a lot of things we have done together growing up. And he was like a brother to me. And not to mention singing, you know, nag-umpisa kami, you know, just singing karaoke. We would just finish the songbook until we lose our voices. And that's how we were growing up. And I'm so thankful for those memories that really carried on kahit may yung absence namin physically didn't stop what we have started. You know, I knew about his you know, decision to follow Christ and his passion to carry on with his music, and all of those are very dear to myself and my sister. And I could see the consistency, and I'm just really proud of him. I'm so proud of you, Gao. I call him Kakay. That's how me and my sister would call him, Kakay. If not Gao, which in Bisaya means pinsan. But anyway, I just want to dedicate this song to Carl, and shortly after dedicate a song to Kelly. Here's Tears in Heaven.
Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Would it be the same if I saw you in heaven? I must be strong and carry on, 'cause I know I don't belong here in heaven. Would you hold my hand if I saw you in heaven? Would you help me stand if I saw you in heaven? Beyond the door, there's peace, I'm sure, 'cause I know there'll be no more tears in heaven. Time will bring you down, time can bend your knees.
Your dad was
Time can break your heart, have you beg and please, beg and please.
this peace I'm sure, 'cause I know there'll be no more tears in heaven. Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Would it be the same if I saw you in heaven? I must be strong and carry on, 'cause I know I don't belong here in heaven, 'cause I know I don't belong here in heaven.
Thank you so much, Brian.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, just to add, I lost my wife exactly a year ago, and just going through my Facebook Messenger, it's weird because it's exactly the same time. The date was November 29 when Carl messaged me, just trying to encourage me, um, checking on how my boys are going, and it's just I'm just like heartbroken just to a year after, who would have thought that we all would lose him. Yeah, he has heaps of plans. He said, oh, when you're ready next year, we do a road trip, we'll do shooting, we go to Vegas and all of these stuff he has in his head, and just bring back the old stuff that we do, especially music. We were planning to do a live stream reunion, me and my sister and him, and obviously hindi na mangyayari. But anyway, Kelly, I feel for you sincerely. I know exactly what you're going through, and I won't lie. There will be days when that sadness you will carry on with you every day, even though you're busy. It's just there. It's just there in your heart. But there will be days where you will feel lonely, when you will feel angry, when you will feel all of these things. And as I say this to you, I say this to myself. But the only way to go is to just go to God. We're like a cup emptied, and just waiting for for God to fill that cup up. So yeah, be strong in your faith, and like everyone has said, you are Carl's legacy. See, Carl is just full of life. He is just full of life, and I think though it's hard, I think he would be the happiest if you carry on. Grief won't go, but we'll learn how to move forward with it one day. So um yeah, me and Carl, we love singing sappy songs, we're more of the mushy side, but Kelly, this one's for you. After you go, I can catch up on my reading. And after you go, stay out all night long, sleeping. When you're gone, looks like things will be a lot easier, and life would be a breeze.
should be glad, but I'm bluer than blue, sadder than sad. You're the only light this empty room's ever had. Life without you is gonna be bluer than blue. After you go, I have a lot more room in my closet. And after you go, stay out all night long if I feel like it. When you're gone, I can run to the house screaming, and no one will ever hear me. I really should be glad, but I'm bluer than blue, sadder than sad. You're the only light this empty room's ever had. Life without you is gonna be bluer. I don't have to miss no TV show, can't start my whole life over. Chase the numbers on my telephone, but the nights wish you'd be colder when I'm bluer than blue, sadder than sad. You're the only light this empty room's ever had. Life without you is gonna be bluer than blue. Bluer than blue. Bluer than blue.
Thank you so much, Brian. And Karen, thank you so much for your song, guys. It was so touching. And thank you for giving your, your experiences with Carl. So thank you so much. Guys, we'd like to hear from a couple more friends from of Carl. We'd like to hear from Wally and Hazel. Are you guys ready?
Yeah. Hi. Hi everyone. Hi Kelly. Good morning. May buntag sa inyong tanan. So thank you for giving us the opportunity to honor Carl through this medium of sharing. My friendship of journey with Carl started 37 years ago, way back in 1984, during our elementary school days. That's how long Carl and I have known each other. So I don't know how to summarize that 37 years of friendship in this Zoom room, but I promise to shorten it. Carl was a new student. He was a transfer in the grade 4 when he came to Manila, when he came to Cebu from Manila, and spoke only in Tagalog. So I, being a Tagalog, coming from a Tagalog family, we clicked together immediately because it was a common dialect. In a short span of time, we became buddies. It did not as well take so long for Carl to begin to gain a lot of friends and popularity in the school even at an early age. He was known for his looks, his charisma, his gentleness with everyone, especially the girls, his funny antics. He was also known as a hero in our time. In fact, when he joined grade school, he was the new crush in the elementary levels from all the girls, especially from our batch. They called him the Aga Mulak of our school, especially at that time. The movie named Baguettes rose to fame. That's what Kelly mentioned earlier. And their resemblance was really strikingly weird, no? As I share the snippets of those 37 years with Carl, please allow me to spell out Carl's name and define out how he made a huge impact and how he even positively influenced me at a young age. Throughout the years, Carl, C-A-R-L, C for courageous and conversant. Carl taught me how to take courage and stand up against bullies, right? there was a lower grader kid who was named also Carl, but with a K. And this kid was big for his age and bullying students at higher levels. No one messed with him, no one stood against him, but except our Carl. So one morning where Carl was preparing the flag for the Philippine flag for the flag ceremony, that bully picked and verbally attacked our Carl. The bully thought Carl would not back down and walk away, but no, our Carl stood up against this bully. While I was looking at them from a distance and with them staring each other face to face, they resembled like David and Goliath because in height and in build, I was worried for Carl. He'd get smashed easily. But soon enough, it ended with a fight. The bully threw the first punch to Carl, but Carl was quick like a Bruce Lee that he managed to avoid those punches and threw a lot of counter punches. But at the end of the fight, the bully ended up crying like a baby on the floor in front of all the students who witnessed it, and everyone cheered for Carl. He was like the Rocky Balboa who beat Drago, Pacquiao who won over Barrera. So a lot of students were really hugging Carl for what he did, including myself, right? From then on, we never heard of that bully, but because we considered Carl our hero. I was so pumped up that I asked my dad to buy me boxing gloves and teach me boxing because I wanted to be like Carl. So on the hindsight as well, Carl was also a conversationalist. He loved to talk and converse with everyone a lot, really a lot. And I'd reminisce the times that I would go over Carl and I would go and converse over the telephone for an hour or two after school. Imagine we'd talk a lot at school, but we'd still call each other after school. And up to now, honestly, I couldn't figure that out. But I guess we were always on cloud nine, just using the telephone and hearing each other voices. We talked over the phone for two intents. One, we would talk about the latest in PBA basketball players of Ginebra. Secondly, is the episodes of Knight Rider. Thirdly, our games and game and watch scores. The new family computer games, the characters of G.I. Joe, Thundercats, and He-Man. And at times we would agree, but at there are times we'd also debate with each other. And secondly, we were always on the phone because we were waiting for a party line conversation to get into our line so we can eavesdrop and listen to every bit of telephone talk. There are times we'd get to hear lovers quarreling with each other on the phone and sometimes hear a shy guy courting a lady, and we'd laugh about it the next day. So for those who don't know what the party line is, you can Google it up, but it's a strange phenomenon back then when telephone lines would cross each other. So I go to A for in Carl's name. A is for appreciating the lowly people, and all out for basketball. Carl taught me how to appreciate the lowly people, be it a street vendor who sells dirty ice cream or a walking vendor who sells jackstone or takyan, or a street sweeper near a grade school. He never fails to strike a conversation with them. He would ask them where they are from, how many are they in the family, and he would empathize with their situation. Most of all, he would thank them every time he hands over the coin payment to the vendor. I recall that he bought a Coca-Cola drink placed in a plastic bag with a straw, and he gave it to the vendor whom he sensed was so thirsty. Couldn't forget the expression of that vendor. Carl's also passion for basketball was off the charts, and we would play basketball after school because he used to beat up everyone. But I told him one day I'll beat him up as soon as I grew taller, so I did. But eventually he was still the better player amongst all of us. R for rebound and respect for elders in Carl's name. Rebound and respect for elders. Um, Carl and I reconnected back as classmates in college of computer engineering during our freshman days. And because of our default nature of being talkative to one another whenever we're together, it got reactivated immediately such that we were talking and conversing during college classes. Because of this, it got the ire of our algebra teacher such that she flunked only me and Carl in the class at the end of the semester. That really devastated me as a freshman, and I thought it was the end of my career in life would be over because of what we did. Carl talked me through it, and we both agreed that we'll be better in our subjects and our academics so that we would be rebounding back in our goals. And from then on, I had a different perspective of things. Carl also set a true example how it is to give respect for elders no matter what. So there was a time Carl and I were walking in the hallway of the college campus, and we crossed paths with that algebra teacher who flunked us. I was so bitter with that teacher, and I didn't even want to look at her. I wanted to eat her alive. But Carl treated her otherwise. You know what he did? He smilingly greeted her and with respect, and conversely, briefly, by asking her how was she doing and how is her kid. I was so shocked why he did that and why did he do that, right? His simple answer was that they're still our teachers no matter what. They deserve our respect. That really ingrained on my core and being as a person. And lastly, L for the love of God under Carl's name. Carl's love for God was unquestionable and infectious, and that was the best part of his character. While at second year college, I was slowly backsliding in my newfound faith in religious community because I wanted to serve in a particular ministry of service, but was not yet allowed. So I got so discouraged and I lost my zeal for God. Carl found out about it, and he shared to me that he was already serving as a musician keyboardist in one of the churches in Cebu. So he invited me to come over, and I was so impressed watching and listening Carl play so skillfully the piano and the keyboard. From then on, I took an interest how to play the keyboard just like Carl. He asked me to meet him up at the church one day so he could train me and asked me to bring an extra shirt. I was so excited thinking that we would spend hours training on the keyboard while we would be sweating. So I didn't see the logic why I would be being extra shirt. So upon arriving, I didn't understand why he gave me immediately a broomstick, a red colored floor wax, and a coconut husk or a bunot in Tagalog. After he handed those things to me, he started to sweep the floor and started to apply floor wax. I asked him, "What's this?" He said that your training starts now. So I told him not to give me that Karate Kid or Mr. Miyagi crap. Just teach me the piano. He laughed about it, but immediately he ministered and enlightened me that, serving God isn't limited to only playing music and making music. It's even the smallest of tasks, generosity, and chore that you serve God to the fullest, and He sees that in your heart. No task is so great or small in His eyes. Because of that, I was so fired up. We both accomplished sparkling up the large church hall room by doubling the coating of the floor with the red floor wax and shined it back and forth by the coconut husk. Carl continued to minister to me and reintroduce Jesus in my faith. At the same time, he helped me hone my talent in playing the keyboard. So after the period of time, I went back to my religious community and started to grow my faith in the Lord. Eventually, we both ended up as main keyboardists in our own respective churches and community organizations. We found out we were also doing the same sets of missions in our own ministry, in bringing praise and worship on large gatherings and concerts to near and far places in the Philippines. Most of all, we were introducing Jesus to people in our own way. Fast forward in our adulthood stage, and this is the last stage, we lost contact at a certain point in time, but thank God for Facebook in 2010. It provided another means for us to reconnect with one another as he was ready in the US. So we kept in touch, and he told me that he would really come back one day to the Philippines to meet me up. And that event happened in 2019 in November. Took quite a while, but it did happen. We now had Kelly, Carl's wife, and Hazel, my wife, in Carl's bond of friendship. The four of us were so ecstatic seeing each other, and we gelled immediately. We spent 3 wonderful, beautiful days with Carl and Kelly, going to the far and near places in Cebu, including the mountains and the beaches. One night, Carl and I spoke like it was yesterday. He wanted to travel the world with Kelly and hop on Europe as its first stop. He shared his plans as well to me and Hazel that we'd visit him and Kelly in Ohio and witness for ourselves seeing the reindeers in their backyard and the great nature landscape they get to view every time they wake up. He even told Hazel that he has started setting aside $5 recurringly so we could go to places elsewhere in the US and would take care of us. Then again, I never expected those 3 days to be the last moments with him. To the family of Carl, Tita, along with Carl's siblings, your son was a priceless friend. No one can surpass him in a lifetime in my eyes. We're proud that you have raised him up a fine, God-fearing person who has touched countless lives. He was loved by all. To Kelly, we are family and we love you. You are the world and the universe for Carl. Every time he speaks of life, he always mentions how he is proud of you as his lifetime partner. And I'm so thankful that we have met you, Kelly. To Carl, just like this photo behind me that I took of you at the beachfront, you told me no matter how far I took the shot and how small you are in the photo, you can still see me and you're watching me from a distance. My birthday is today, and it's a special one, and we'll definitely never forget it. How I wish I could wish it for that you're back, but I guess God's ways is not our ways. In faith, you are now in heaven, and thank you for the memories, for the 7 years of friendship, for the music, and most of all for reintroducing Jesus to me. We will miss you, and we love you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Wally and Hazel. Thank you. Right. So guys, I'm really glad now you guys are still staying here. I know it's week time at night, and we are past our program, but we have a few more speakers, and we'll show you some of Carl's performances here in Ohio. But before that, I've heard a lot of the mga testimonials then about talking about Carl being a good person, loving husband, a son. But I think what they have mentioned is he also was a sports writer for the NBA Philippines, philboxing.com. So I'll show you. You could check out his articles, by the way. We spent a little time together covering the NBA. So can you see that? Kita niyo ba, Christina?
Yes.
Yeah. So you can check out Carl's articles dito sa Philboxing. You can Google NBA Carl Tumakins. You can see his articles that he has done.
I remember that, Rex, because I think you guys covered Kobe's last year, right? The retirement year.
Yes. So I mean, he's a basketball fan, a Cavaliers fan, right? Kelly, tama ba?
Not anymore.
Okay. So guys, we would like to share some few words from our Filipinos in Ohio, kasi we have heard from his family, his friends from back home, for his childhood friends. Now we want to hear from our friends from Filipinos in Ohio. So he created this group in 2009. So Filipinos in Ohio, it's over mga 3,000 or 4,000 members, I believe. He also created Filipinos in Florida. He also created Bisdak page. So here's a message from Jesse Kabungkal. If I can find it. Christina, you can go ahead and put it on.
Do you guys see it?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Kaya yan. Guys, rest assured that all your messages in the chat box are being read by Kelly. It's just that we have so much guests tonight that we didn't have much time to read all those messages, but we really appreciate all of you who took time to type on the chat box. And this is recorded, so Kelly will read all your messages. Thank you so much.
Okay, so it's still trying, but let me refresh. There you go.
Hello, friends. I wish this gathering tonight is a celebration of life where Carl would be around, where we can enjoy listening to his passion, gift of music to entertain us all, and live. It's unfortunate that it's not the case. Kelly, on behalf of Peachy, Bianca, and Mia, we are so sorry for your loss. Our deepest condolences to you and Carl's family. Please stay strong. Everyone, I'm sure, in our community are here for you. We are only a call or a text away. Please reach out if you need anything at all. I received a request if I can offer a song tonight. And of course, I said yes right away. But I decided after thinking about it, not to do it. And instead, I put together a tribute video to the one and only to show my respect to his talent and the man he was. This video means more to you, I'm sure, than listening to me play my guitar. Instead, I'll let our friend Carl do the singing. Without further ado, here is the man we are celebrating tonight, the man who touched many lives. Take it away, my friend.
I can see beyond your smile. I think that I can show you that what we have is still worthwhile. Don't you know that love's just like the thread, keeps unraveling but then ties us back together in the end. In your eyes, I can see my dreams reflections in your eyes. Found the answers to my questions in your eyes. I can see the reasons why love's so alive in your eyes. Drifting safely back to shore. Think I'd finally learn to love you more. Making a song for Kelly. It's an original. No title yet, but this is just the first stanza. So many times I wrote promises I made, and yet you never stopped loving me. So calm down. I will be the kind of man you can be proud of. If you know that I will love you meaning in my life, you're my inspiration. You bring feeling to my life, you're the inspiration. wanna have you near me. I wanna have you hear me say, no one needs you more than I need She would say, I said something wrong, not long before today. Tomorrow morning, if you wake up and the sun does not appear, I'm here. If in the dark beside of love, hold my hand and have no fear. I will be here. I'll be here when you feel like being quiet, when you need to speak your mind. I will listen and I'll be here when the weather turns to crying, when the wind is blue and dry, we'll be together. I'll be here.
Thank you so much, Jessica Mangcal, for that presentation. This is, by the way, guys, the poster where they performed here in Columbus, Pandesal. If you can see it. That was in 2018. So they performed alongside the Aegis band. So I had the honor to line produce the show, and Pandesal was really a hit when they performed on stage. And we'll show you more footages later on. But we have. I know that most of us who did our sharing were really close friends of Carl. But little do we know that. I know now. We all know that he also touched a lot of lives na kahit hindi niya masyadong kilala. And some people text message me na ang dami na nakatulong sa kanila si Carl na kahit paglapit sa trabaho. And here's another person that would like to share na I'm not sure if he met Carl face to face, but she is also a member of Filipinas in Ohio, Catherine Webster.
Hello po, good evening. Hi Kelly, hi everyone. I've been not a long time, but maybe siguro 4 years member of Filipinos in Ohio. And then I tried to sell Pinoy food there. So finally, Carl messaged me last year of October 2020. He wants to order pork lumpia. That's one of his favorite. And then Carl, he really loves Kelly. He always tells me, oh, unahin mo muna yung my wife's order muna before me. He's such a very sweet guy, very kind. There's something like really bright in him, glowing. So while I was hearing some people share, what I noticed with Carl, you almost have everything from what I see, from his Facebook, from what he posts. what I notice about him that really people that I rarely see from people that have almost everything is he's super humble, very humble, no yabang sa katawan. So I think God has a purpose na na-meet ko si Carl. Sorry. So finally we met when he picked up his order, and ang sarap niya kausap. He is really well versed, not a dull moment when you talk to him, and my husband loves him so much, him and Kelly. And one of his favorite also is chicken longanisa. That's what he always order from me. And I didn't know that he's the Pandesal band that played during the Aegis concert 2018. And I was there. I told Carl, "Oh, you're the Pandesal band. Oh my gosh, we enjoyed, your band because they played Parokya ni Edgar and a lot of Filipino popular songs." And at that time, last year, November, I was battling cancer. And I cannot forget Carl and Kelly personally told me, I personally met them, me and my husband. They told me, "Kathy, me and my wife, we're lifting you in our prayers. We're praying for you." And God has a purpose. I feel right now in this Zoom meeting, Carl is an angel sent to me. I don't really know him for a long time, but I can say everybody needs a Carl in their life. Thank you. I got a little bit glimpse of heaven. There's just something glowing about him. Kelly, I love you so much. Me and my husband, we're praying for you. Even though it's such a short notice, such a short time I've met Carl and you. We love you so much. You have so many plans about, what to do in Filipinos in Ohio, how to help more small and big sellers, Filipino sellers. And you have a lot of plans with his good friend here, Rex Alba. He always talks about, me and Rex Alba, their plans about Filipinos in Ohio. And I'm just, it's just amazing. I'm not even like a big shot or big time. I'm just a simple, plain housewife. But he took time to talk to me, my husband. He's very friendly. And I can say he's an angel. That's all. Thank you. Thank you, Carl. We will really miss you. And I just wanted to share a Bible verse the day now when Kelly called me. It's in Timothy 4, verse 7. This is the verse that's in my mind when Kelly called me. I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. So, we love you, Carl. We love you, Kelly. That's all.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kathy. Yes, guys. So in Philippines, Ohio, Carl gave us a platform, mga small entrepreneurs here in Columbus, to share what you can do for the community. It could be pagluluto or some other services. And we thank you, Carl, for creating that group. And you will never be forgotten. I like that. We need a Carl in every one of us. Thank you so much, Catherine. Okay, so guys, we just want to call David Wirt for the final prayer, but we'll see more videos of Carl later after the prayer. So I hope you can hang around and sing with us after this song. By the way, nung sabi ni Wally kayo na Carl looks like Aga, here in Ohio, he looks like Albert Martinez. Albert Martinez, yeah. So guys, we'd like to call on David Wirt.
All right, thank you. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. Thank you, God, for the life of Carl, who has been very special to us. Thank you for the blessing Carl has been on my life and to the lives of everyone he touched. Thank you that, though now it seems like such a short time, I had a wonderful experience knowing Carl. Thank you that his life mattered and the significance of who he was will continue to live on. For his physical presence will no longer be a joy I can behold. I am comforted in thinking of the wonder that they now behold. And may the love and the memory of Carl left behind forever hold a place in our hearts. I allow myself to feel the hurt and the pain of Carl's loss. To do any less would to dishonor him. Scripture says, I can do all things because you give me strength. I need strength right now. Thank you for helping us carry the burden of this loss. Thank you for being the Father of compassion and the God of comfort. Thank you for remembering our mercy and welcoming Carl into your embrace. Thank you for the hope and resurrection, though honestly, I'm just really pissed that he's gone. Carl will be dearly missed. Thank you for the fact that I don't need to make sense of this right now, but can rest assured that you are holding all of us, even as you are holding Carl. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, David.
Holy Spirit.
Guys, I just want to share to you a little bit of experience I had when I heard the news last Sunday. So I went to the Blessed Sacrament and I prayed and I was the only person there. So I told God that your son is well at home now. I told Carl, we call child itself Bye. So by Carl, I know that you're happy. I know that you're at home. You are so blessed by. So you don't need our prayers. You are in hell. You're at home right now. I told him that by Carl, please reach out to us. Please reach out to Kelly, enlighten Kelly, strengthen her, that she may reach out to us, her friends, because we are here to support her and we love you guys. I can always remember you saying to Kelly, Kel, your voice. Grabe. So Carl, I know you're watching us and we love you. Bye. And till we meet again.
Just one thing, Rex. I'm sorry I'm not able to respond to any of the messages and then, provide comments, but please, I am very grateful. I am very happy to hear that he has touched a lot of lives. I'm bawling right now. I love you guys. Thank you for the support. And Carl is like the gift that keeps on giving, because I know it's not over. Like, I think I have gained more friends and more meaningful relationships because of Carl. Thank you guys. I love you all. Again, I appreciate it. Rex and Christina, thank you for helping me out with this. It's very much appreciated.
Thank you.
Love you, Kel.
Love you, Kel. We have a few more songs to share to you, and I hope you can stick for this one. Okay, fine. Okay, here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Magsayaw mo ng ritmo, nakakakinta, nagkakahalin, nakakakinig, sa eskwela, didiretso na sa inyo. At upang ako na'y tinutulungan mo ako. Magkaawa ang aking kamay at wala kamalay malay na tinuruan mo ang puso ko. I love you, na kinukuhaan mo ang puso ko na umibig ay natunay. Malalas! Okay! La 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 la! La la! La la! One more time! La 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 la! La la! La la! La la!
Whew, ang daming delay.
I love you. I love you, Jeff, daw.
Dito na kami ni Kels sa kanila eh. So Carl is also a big supporter for Filipino nurses here in Ohio. So last year,
And also Philippine American Society of Central Ohio.
yes, Pasco. So during the pandemic, walang sama-sama, no potluck. So Carl was our highlights of our first virtual Christmas party. So he dedicated this song for our association, and it was the highlight of our night. I just want to share it, and we love him so much.
And if you want to join Carl on this song, you can unmute yourself.
Yes.
It's time.
It's called the Christmas song. Nat King Cole's Christmas. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92.
Oo, nawala ako, mami.
Many
Nasaan na ba ako? Ano bang kinikwento ko sa'yo?
First contact.
Sino ba yun? Sino kinakausap ka? Sino pinag-uusapan natin?
Yung sabi mo, yung kaibigan mo.
And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas sa inyong lahat.
So, Kelly?
Carl.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Hugs
Christmas.
to everyone.
Merry Christmas. Thank you, guys.
May
Merry
pahabol pa?
Christmas.
May pahabol pa.
May pahabol pa ba? May pahabol pa? Wala na?
But push mo yan, idols, Monroy family,
Yes.
Pulintan, anyone? Pahabol. Push mo yan.
Pahabol.
Hugs to everyone.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, I think we're good.
Wala na pahabol na magsasalita?
Si Monroy.
Sige.
Thank you to all. Thank you to everyone. Bye.
Jose Monroy.
Thank you for all the sharing.
Thank
Get to
you.
know
Thank
Carl
you.
more. So proud of him.
Boy, you were gonna say something?
Merry Christmas.
Yes. We love Carl. We know how much, how special Carl to everyone, and hearing his family, his siblings and friends, just solidified how great a person Carl is, and he will be surely missed. And I'm sad, but I know Carl is in our Father's kingdom. So I take comfort in that, and he truly touched a lot of lives, especially me, even for the short time that I've known him. So Carl, bye. I love you, and I'll miss you till we meet again. Bye.
Thank you so much, Jose and Rosella Monroy. Anything else? Last words from Kelly or from nandiyan pa si Tita
Mami Josie.
Mami ni
Mami
Carl?
Christy. Mami Christy.
Mami Christy? Wala si Mami Christy.
Nandiyan.
Nandiyan, okay. Mami, any words or closing remarks?
Okay. Talagang napakabuti ni God. I'm so happy kahit wala si Carl sa physical na pero ang dami nagmamahal sa kanya, and ang dami siyang buhay na touch, na happy, talagang overwhelming. Kami ni Kelly, alam namin sa puso namin na proud kami at happy kami na hindi ko kayo nakita lahat in person dahil nandiyan kayo, pero talagang na-feel ko ang love niyo. I especially thank, alam niyo sila, Mr. David Worth, yung mga friends niya na talaga. Sabi ko, sa akin ba yung hindi basta-basta makalapit ng tao, but Carl really had a charisma because I believe he was genuine in his love. Alam mo yun, yung he has God with him. Kaya na-touch tayong lahat. Thank you so much, Sharon, for the wonderful song. Brian, talagang kumari lang kanta pa, pero alam mo yun. Pero thank you so much. Ako, I especially thank Maring Josie, kahit malayo kami. We had a few times lang, pero alam ko she's looking after them, Carl and Kelly. Tsaka especially Kelly, ang namin salamat, no? Yung kahit alam kong mahal na mahal ka ni Carl, but you did love him also back, yung tunay ba? So, sa akin, kompleto na yon, yung isa lang kayo. At yun, yung lahat ng tao dyan sa Ohio, I wish ko lang noon na makarating dyan para makilala kayo, pero sinusundan ko yun kahit yung mga pandesal na banda yan, sinusundan ko kasi ako din, I love music. I so love music, no? So, lahat yung sila Sharon, talagang pag music.
Tita Christy.
Talaga yun ang tumatama na rin sa akin. Kasi music is the, siya sa soul natin, talagang, hindi ko ma-explain, no? Pero, kumpleto na sa akin lahat. Masaya ako para kay Carl. Pero alam ko, mamimiss natin. Hindi natin maiwasan. Mamimiss natin. Pero yung iniwan ni Carl, tama si Kelly na through Carl, kahit ako, kahit hindi ako kilala, parang parang marami na rin akong friends sa inyo na who knows, magkita din tayo someday, no? One of these days. Pero yun pala yung siya ang ginamit para maging matibay tayo sa isa't isa, maintindihan natin yung tunay na pagmamahal. Yung bang we still have time to reach out, kahit social media, to say hi and hello. I'm sorry for this foreigners that I'm speaking our native language, sir, no? But I'm just telling us that we really need to connect to each other because we are not just, we are God's people, that is the, of God to love one another. So, thank you so much for everyone. It's not enough yung thank you lang na ganyan. But I still hope na we will have another time together. Ganito yung, Kasi, as a mother, sobrang proud ako. Proud ako kay Carl.
Thank you.
Sa lahat. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tita.
And
thank you. Oh, go ahead.
My big brother is my childhood hero. So as my mom was an OFW and my dad was always out of town, my brother spent time with me every minute that he could. So we played Nintendo with games like Battle City, Ice Climber, and Contra, and we were a tandem and finished all the stages. Then snack time with our favorite cheapy barbecue and Coke. And on weekends, we play lawn tennis or he would take me out for a stroll anywhere. I remember White Gold before. So we passed by Foodarama and grab a box of Mom's Pizza before heading back home. Kasi tipid-tipid time, kaya Mom's Pizza lang ma-afford namin together. So he was there when I got my first menstruation and he ran to the nearest small store and bought different kinds of napkins. At he just told me to just try out everything. He was the first one I told when I got pregnant with Ryla at 21. And he never judged me. He told me that every child is a blessing from God. I will help you financially until you are ready to support yourself and your baby. He said, I will be the one to tell Mom, go and get a checkup tomorrow and drink vitamins regularly. He was also the one who helped me in Manila when I got my first job, as I am still on training for a month. Ate Kelly and Kuya Carl provided a home for me and food on the table until I got my first salary and was ready to strive on my own. He was the best big brother any sister would wish for. His acts of love were words of affirmation, acts of affection like hugging a lot, and really spending quality time with you. I am loved by God because He gave me a brother who taught me the value of time and relationship with people who matters most to you. I will forever miss you, Kuya, but my heart is at peace knowing that you are now with our Creator, and I thank God for giving you to us for 47 beautiful years. By the way, Kuya Carl, you told me that if I bite your toenails, I can fly. Well, I wasn't able to fly until now. Guess that's the funniest brother prank any sister can ever try. We all love you, Kuya Carl, till we meet again.
Thank you so much, Sheila. Thank you. Guys, thank you so much for sharing. Tita Kel, thank you, and I hope you feel good.
Oh, this is very, very good. Thank you, guys. I'm at a loss for words. I've been crying the whole time, but this is very special. I'm going to send you each and every one specific messages because I want, like Carl, I want to be like Carl. I want to be specific. I want to be, like individual na thank you because this really means a lot to me. And like I said, I promise that, I will do good. And I will continue Carl's good work and I will be his legacy. Let's all be his legacy. Let's all try to, find time to speak to people, be sincere, be hearty in your approbation. That's what he always tells me to do. God bless you all. Merry Christmas.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Love you, Kel.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I hope you can go to YouTube and subscribe to Carl Tumakin. He's got his
Yes.
music there. So, guys, before you go to bed tonight, go to YouTube and subscribe to Carl Tumakin.
Okay.
And ring the notification bell. Who knows? Kelly will upload some, or Sharon or Brian. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. Good
Bye-bye.
night.
Take care, Kelly.
Love you, Kel.
Take care.
Take care, Kelly.
Love you, Kelly.
Love you, Kelly.
Bye,
Bye.
Miss Kelly.
Bye. We love you, Kel.
Love you, Kel.
Miss you.
Love you, guys.
Ate Dina.
Hey.
Mary Jane.
Tinay.
Hoy, Deans, the Montecillos. I did see you guys.
Miss you.
Thank
Kelly,
you.
ingat ka dyan.
Tita Nine, thank you for joining.
Oo, ingat lang ha.
Tita Nine,
Love you.
regards to all.
Hello, Aida. Miss you guys. Hello, Brenda. Yeah, hi sis.
Hello, Christy.
Aida. Aida.
Yeah.
Ganda ng room ni Tita A, oh. Parang hotel.
Hello. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Mix.
Hi, Ma'am
See
Kelly.
you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Thank you.
Love you.
Love you, Kels.
Love you. Dami, my love. Thank you.
Hi, Ate
Pasko
Aida.
talaga.
Hello.
Lian.
Lian.
Hi, Ma'am Kelly.
Lian, ikaw ba yan?
Oo.
Ikaw